turnaround match. Let's find out who gets the upper hand in this one. Over to John McDonald.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the quarter-final action of the Unibet European Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, and coming to you from Hasselt, Belgium! Time to meet the players and the winner of the Auckland Darts Masters. Ladies and gentlemen, the original K.Anderson! Now, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Champions League, the gentle Mentor Suljovic!
It's Austria versus Australia. Let's go down under to the commentary box where Chris Mason and Stuart Pike will be watching on. Hello again.
Yeah, hello, Jackie. Should be a terrific game, shouldn't it? To play Michael van Gerwen, the privilege of playing Michael van Gerwen, or the pain of playing Michael van Gerwen. It should be good, it should be close, but a great opportunity for both Anderson and Suljovic, Chris.
Yeah, although we are missing a few of the game's big names, it's a great lineup, and as you say, it's a great opportunity. Michael's not at his best, so all the other boys will be aware of that, and they'll fancy the job. Kyle, the Auckland winner in Auckland this year, ranked 25. Well, lives in Perth, but pretty much based in the UK.
Yeah, and a great opportunity then for both of them to get to a major TV semi-final. For Kyle Anderson, it would be the first of his career. Mansour, of course, has been there and done that. Lost the final here. Well beaten in the final here by Van Gerwen 12 months ago. So revenge will be in the air for him. But on that day, both these players can put on a real show. Let's hope it's this afternoon in the European Championship quarter-finals here in Hasselt.
I'm looking forward to this one. A few twists and turns. The start.
139.
Sometimes starts slowly, does Mensah. Takes a while to
100.
get into a match, but he's ever so dangerous when he starts like that. Looks really comfortable already. Yep, in again.
139.
Times two. Everyone's throw is unique, isn't it? it seems that Anderson has most of the hand wrapped around it, but the actual dart is thrown from the back of the hand.
Yep. Really matter what's going on while it's in the hand. It's sort of the last 6 to 12 inches of the throw and the release.
59.
Menzel's just as bad, but there, look at that.
Right from the back, balancing on the middle finger.
Yep. Paul Nicholson did a good explanation of grips and releases on the dart show on ITV. Worth a look.
A chance here for Kyle Anderson.
The Deller.
I just want to leave a good finish here.
60.
A disappointing visit for the Australian. So Suljovic to win the opener. On throw.
12 darts thrown.
That's a good leg. Steady as you go. 14 dart to hold the throw. Of course, we'll see both these players in action next weekend in Glasgow for the World Series Finals. Starts Friday night at the Braehead Arena. The draw, by the way, a lot of people asking on social media, the draw will take place the night before. Thursday night in Scotland.
There'll be some tasty draws in that.
Yeah, absolutely. It all starts 7 o'clock, ITV4 next Friday night.
Bliss Arena, great atmosphere up there. Full 140s, 2 apiece in this leg.
Quality from both.
Jackie's enjoying it already.
Oh, what a good leg this has been.
9 darts thrown, 41 left. Nothing you can do, I was almost going to quote.
The 9 for double 16. Either way, that was a great dart, wasn't it, from Kyle Anderson? So 11 darter to follow the 14 darter from Suljovic.
Suggest this was going to be a good one, but they carry on like this. Phenomenal. 2 legs.
60.
2 legs in. Look at those numbers.
Hopefully setting the standard.
$57.
This stat's a little bit special, Stu. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, absolutely. 61%. That's 17 out of 28. And we're in the quarterfinals.
81.
And that stat of the checkout success rate for Mensur is indicative of why he's done so well over the last year or two and
100.
why he's in the position that he's in. Suljovic wins this event, by the way, up to number 4 in the world. If he reaches the final, he's guaranteed to go above Phil Taylor in the world rankings.
Вирусная угроза была обнаружена.
177.
Well, Anderson very much still in this leg. He has a good record against Suljovic, the Australian. 5-2 the head-to-head, but Mensur did win the last time they played, only last weekend.
Yeah.
At the German Darts Masters in Dusseldorf.
121.
Survived match darts, 165. Oh, that's a beauty.
14, Paul.
So a chance here for Kyle Anderson against the darts. He'll surely look at treble 17, which would leave double 16. Same target. Oh, different result though. What a fantastic finish from K.Anderson.
Break a throw.
Game on.
Kyle reached the quarterfinals here 12 months ago, lost to Peter Wright.
57.
Very cool customer, isn't he? He's learnt his trade the hard way. You know, well documented that he left his family back in Australia to come and play the PDC circuit full time. Chatting to him earlier, you know, I mean, talk about reaping the rewards, which he has. I mean, it must be very, very difficult for him, but he's not far short, he said, of earning the sort of money that will enable him to buy a house outright in Australia.
Easy for him.
And then you really are reaping the rewards and for all the effort and the hard work, you know, the riches that are available in the PDC. Kyle's cashed in, but he'll soon be able to see the result of his labours.
Yeah, practices very hard, very committed, and like many of the next generation, far from the finished article. Plenty more to come from Anderson. The likes of Cross, Gurney, the list goes on. It's just a conveyor belt. Darting talent. It just shows you, no matter what age or how long you play, and there's still room for improvement. Mensah's game being the perfect example.
He's putting a lot of pressure on Suljovic here as well. May look at the ball.
Yep.
Ball or 25. Oh, that's okay.
Fancied it, and the result was right.
Yeah. Decided there was enough room. Now then, Mensah.
102. Kyle, you require 41.
3-1. Already done 41 off that 11-dart finish.
That's just a lack of concentration. That's stepping up, thinking I'm going to hit this no matter what. So, can he rescue it?
21. This will require 59.
He missed the double 10. Suljovic, he's double 10.
Got away with
Anderson, yeah, Anderson will return.
20.
Big leg this.
Needs to convert.
Oh, that's a big dart for K.Anderson. 3 legs on the spin. They both had chances to win. And it's Anderson who steals a march in this quarter-final.
Keep the pressure on Suljovic.
58.
I'd love to get another breaker throw and go into the first break full one up.
Well, Kyle had that breakthrough week or two, didn't he? Won on the Pro Tour for the first time.
Yep.
Maiden PDC title, and then fantastic victory over Corey Cadby in the Auckland Darts Masters. News coming out of Australia today, by the way, the Oceanic Masters. Used the veteran New Zealander Bernie Smith winning that tournament to qualify for the Ali Pali. Corey Cadby knocked out in the last 32. But Cadby will be in Glasgow for the World Series finals.
139.
Yet another talented player off the conveyor belt. You were over there for the Auckland Masters, weren't you?
It was a great,
nice place.
Great final, yeah. Lovely city, Auckland, but quality darts along the way. It was Cadby beating Taylor, and the final with K.Anderson went all the way to a deciding leg.
Yep. It was a great match. Great reaction by both players after the final.
Attracts big crowds. The darts in New Zealand. A big crowd here in Hasselt in Belgium for finals day at the European Championship.
think I'll have to ask Uncle Barry if he send me out there next year.
40.
Well, no damage done so far.
We talked of his impressive finishing stats, and since that moment,
Jinxed him.
123. So you
A double 10.
20.
Important
hold of throw, yeah.
for Suljovic.
That's
better. Vermentio stays in it, but it's advantage Australia. K.Anderson with a break of throw. The winner to take on Michael van Gerwen in the European Championship semi-final. Good game this, both averaging 100. Anderson leads 3-2. Welcome back to finals day here at the European Championship. The quarterfinals, we've already seen Michael van Gerwen beat Simon Whitlock by 10 legs to 5. Van Gerwen feet up now, relaxing until this evening. In the first semi-final, he will play either Mentio Suljovic or K.Anderson. It's the Australian with the advantage at 3-2 with a break of throw. And playing really, really well. And Mentio, the Champions League winner, of course, in Cardiff last month, under a little bit of pressure, has plenty of experience of these big matches now, of course, Suljovic. But Kyle, for me, he just looks so at ease now on the big stage, and every time he goes up there, he gets better and better and better. Aiming for a place in the top 16, K.Anderson, in the next 6 months. No reason that he can't achieve it.
Not with darts like this. Both still averaging over 100, 102 for both. So sustaining that standard.
60.
3 180s, 50% on the doubles, 102.5 average. That was unlucky. Cruel deflection.
Yeah.
Has the ability, K.Anderson, to go and achieve whatever he really wants to. It's been a breakthrough year, and don't forget he had all those problems 12 months ago when he missed some big tournaments over his visa problems. Couldn't get back into the UK to play darts. Was all right playing here in Europe and in Ireland.
100.
Thankfully, the red tape cut through. A lot of people went to a lot of time and effort to make sure that Kyle got sorted, and back playing the tour this year. It's a great success.
Yeah, there's so many players that when you look at next year's season and calendar, you'd be hard pushed to see anybody that's going to really totally dominate. Obviously the most likely candidates MVG, but you have a resurgent Anderson and Lewis, and
yeah, I mean,
Gurney's now one of those in that list. Rob Cross is going to evolve into, you know, a player that will be contending for these big titles if he carries on making the progress.
Double 16 for Kyle.
16.
Way back, Suljovic.
Well, Gurney could be number 4 come the World Championship, the number 4 seed. Kyle needs 32. Double 16 when he comes back.
140.
Bit of pressure on that now.
32.
What pressure?
Good darts.
Good bat.
So the
House this afternoon. Loving their darts.
Next year, Gary Anderson and Adrian Lewis will be playing certainly some of the European tour. They will be desperate to qualify for next year's European Championship. Barney too, and James Wade. I think missing out might just give them a little jolt.
Too much quality with all those names you mentioned to not be. Adrian Lewis would definitely be playing the full calendar next year. But his own injury problems this year.
99.
Little devil.
Both averaging around 100. It's been a
good contest.
Yeah, quality game so far. Still to come. Rob Cross and Michael Smith, and then next Peter Wright and Daryl Gurney, and that should be a real cracker.
122.
Hard to pick a winner of either of those matches.
Mensah certainly not dominating here.
100.
You feel that he's not quite at his best, but he's still averaging over 100.
I mean, the standard's fabulous, but it's almost like you're waiting for Mensah to go on that little streak he has of putting together 3 or 4 12-dart legs.
100. While you recall 161.
All he could do is put pressure on, and that's exactly what he has done. So he's left 38, but Suljovic here to get back to within 1. Double 16 the shot now. Well, that's a good rescue, isn't it?
What a recovery.
Huge sigh of relief, but that's he rescued the situation, and after that single one, 4-3 it is.
I think the dart was just to come out of his hand. Awkward.
45.
Well, just the chance that Suljovic has been waiting for to get that break of throwback. Champions League winner, 2 semi-finals at the Grand Prix, a European Championship final, Players Championship semi-final, World Match Play, 2 quarter-finals.
83.
And the list is growing for the Austrian.
Peter Wright fans. I think there's plenty of them too. Sea of Mohicans.
Peter Wright Inc., isn't it? Peter Wright Limited, with the merchandise and the wigs. And
great branding.
Spot on.
Coincided with his career, just
reinvented himself on and off the hockey. Fair play to him, well done. Well, that's another disappointing visit from Kyle. Been an awful leg for the Australian. Surely Suljovic from here.
Finds another trouble. Definitely, maybe.
98.
They go 18s now.
98.
So what can Suljovic do with 80 to break back and level things up? Just gone off the boil a little bit, this one. This will spark him back into life.
Well, another single one. Can he rescue it again this time? No, he can't. So after being complete, he's angry, isn't he?
Seems to be forcing everything.
Chance for Anderson, yep. This would be a big steal. What a leg to win. He knows how important that is. Fantastic leg for Anderson. Oh dear, Mensah.
And that will just add to the Suljovic frustration.
Game on.
Come on, Mensah. He's saying
100.
he's not finding that trouble with his first dart like he was at the start of the match. This is a fourth 180.
What a good performance this is from the Australian. Mensah is under the pump here. Scores of over 100, including 4 180s and 50% on the doubles for K.Anderson. It's the complete performance so far. Keep going, Kyle. And another one, please.
He's had one, hasn't he? World Championships. Did he have one in that?
He did.
Was there 2 that year? Did Terry Jenkins have one that year? And lost the match, didn't he? To Big Magnus.
Kyle, 9-darter, he lost the game. Afternoon session at the Ali Pali.
An afternoon that must have been.
55.
Well, that last leg, I just wonder if it's changed the dynamics.
Great point.
96.
Great point. Just felt that Mensah's just looked like he's really forcing, and in this game that doesn't work.
100. Well, you require 85.
2 big ones, and you got away with one of them, but off 80 to not get a dart at tops is... Well, 70 left. He might go 20 ball. He might want to risk it. He'd not risk giving him the chance at 150.
60.
Sensible.
We saw Van Gerwen against Whitlock gambling.
Yeah, that was more of a bit of mind games, that was.
Well, this would make a difference.
98.
So for another break of throw, and you would say total control of this quarter-final. Double 4. What a big dart from K.Anderson. Well, 6-3 up, 2 breaks of throw, and here's Kyle closing in on his first major TV semi-final.
Well, he'll be very happy if he goes into the second and final break. 7-3 up.
This is first.
What a time. For me, this is a game on or game over leg. Anderson finds a way to win this leg. Goes within 3 legs.
140.
Of a place in the semi-final this evening.
And the 140 was a great response.
Switch.
Well, this is much more like it. Perhaps throwing a little quicker as well here, Mensah.
I was going to say, it looks like he's just picked things up a bit,
Just
in terms of speed and tempo.
45.
well, he had to change something. Huh? That's one way of going. It's the Mensah way. Oh, lovely dance again from K.Anderson.
You require 95.
Should go ball. 25 leaves 70. Ball leaves 45. Double 19.
Treble for double. And there it goes. Mensah Suljovic breaks back. Kyle was waiting, poised to go 7-3 up, but well, that was a quality leg. When he really needed it, Mensah found something a little bit extra. Game on again in this quarter-final. K.Anderson leads Suljovic 6-4. Michael van Gerwen, I've been looking at this closely because the defending European champion, who's looking for a 4th straight European crown, plays the winner of K.Anderson and Suljovic. 6-3 to Kyle, who had the darts in that 10th leg, but Suljovic found a way. Did, back in it.
Yeah, huge moment, and one we may reflect on in 15 or 20 minutes or so.
131.
100 average for Suljovic, nigh on 100 average for K.Anderson. The standard's been like that, hasn't it, from the off, really?
Yep. Trading tungsten.
Well, I mentioned
41.
that Suljovic potentially would go over Phil Taylor if he gets through to the final in the world rankings. Kyle, 23 in the world, looking for a 5th 180.
140.
Goes up a place if he wins here, up to 20 if he gets through to the final. That'll be some vindication for him of what's been a great year. How far did you get up the world rankings?
11, I think, and then they changed the ranking system, and I went down to 18, got back up to 16,
83.
and stayed there for a while, and just kept bumping into a Mr. Taylor in the last 16 everywhere I went. So, wasn't the best place to be ranked.
The best place to be for Suljovic. Haven't seen a single 180 from Mensah, but 2 in the last 2 legs.
40. So you require 50.
To get another leg back. 888.
Well, he's taking these chances now, and he's still, where before he was faltering at the end of the legs and missing opportunities. Not now.
Well, it's also an opportunity
60.
here to see what Kyle's made of, because the first time in this quarter-final, under a little bit of pressure.
Being asked the question.
Yeah, he was very much in control at 6-3, throwing for a 7-3 lead, but Mensah does what Mensah does, and Mensah did.
97.
The
140.
11th 140 of the match.
Yep.
Good scoring.
There you have it. 4 180s as well for Kyle. So certainly should be on top. And is, but only by a leg.
81.
Very important hole to throw for me, this one, if Anderson's going to prevail. So just taking speed out of the game a little bit.
Well, yeah.
140.
Finding the range again on the treble. But just before that second break, it appeared that he
Quickened up.
was speeding up a
Yeah.
little.
He plays better for me when he's a little bit quicker. He got a little bit more rhythm to his
45.
I agree.
to his throw. 6 starts, 2-1-9.
K.Anderson
Break back.
just blinking a little here.
He's a bit edgy.
140.
He's keeping Suljovic honest.
79.
A great chance to level up this match. He was 6-3 down. 11. That is
Clinical.
typical. Yeah, clinical and typical of Mensah Suljovic.
Well, after all that, we're now back on throw.
The only time that Mensah's been ahead in the entire match was the first leg. Since then, Kyle Anderson
13th leg, men's
have
penalty
dominated
for
at 6-3 up.
Game on.
It's been a terrific little run this for Suljovic.
See how frustrated he was with that visit. Fifth 180. Anderson. What is it with that last name? They all like hitting loads of 180s. Bob Anderson, Gary Anderson, Kyle Anderson.
135.
Good response from Anderson here. Excellent response.
134.
Nothing wrong with his mindset. Six starts then, yeah. 6 starts so for Anderson off 187. Maybe 18 to leave 130.
Yeah, he's blocked the bed. That, as I said, I've said this before, I think, but one of the most frustrating visits for a professional is go for treble 20, treble 19, treble 18, and then end up with 57.
Yep. Just sort of chasing the treble around the board.
Yep.
100. Kyle Unicorn 130.
He'll be going for this one. Can still do it. Treble 20 ball. For a break in 7-6.
What a dart from Kyle Anderson. Another fantastic finish from the Aussie. No hesitation. Back in she goes. A 12 dart leg to break back.
Another poor opening visit from Suljovic. Just 3 away now, Kyle Anderson.
89.
But a break's not a break if you don't hold.
That's the perfect dart. Another one. 6 180s now for Kyle Anderson.
Fairly relentless. Just constantly been hitting those big scores, keeping Suljovic on the back foot.
That's okay. Suljovic a long way back at the moment.
Still 6 starts for Anderson at 120. No finish for Suljovic. Treble 20 for tops. 130 finish followed up by a 120.
It's wonderful from Kyle Anderson. The last 3 legs he's won. 116, then a 180, 130 after a 180, 120 after a 180.
Steady stuff, that.
45.
Well, we asked the question 10 minutes ago when Anderson was under pressure. Let's just see what he's made of. He's answered that question. He's got 2 legs now to win, to finish the job.
Well, Suljovic didn't do a lot wrong to get it all the way back to 6-all. But since that point, he's the one that's faded slightly. And now he starts to come back again.
A lot of friends and supporters in Ireland. Kyle Anderson, they'll all be
100.
glued to their TVs, cheering him on.
Yeah, he's popular everywhere he goes. I've done a few shows with Kyle. Very popular with the dart fans.
Very recognisable. I'll have to switch.
Yep.
59.
140 makes things interesting. But again, Anderson will have to come down for cover again.
96.
Go for the ball.
87.
Annoyed. Yep. 40 makes it interesting. Talking him in.
140. As you require 150.
Anderson leaving 120 again.
You know what you can do with that.
Tops for Suljovic.
75.
Well thrown, just on the top wire.
120.
Well, they've taken down 130 and 120 to win the last two legs.
60. So you require 40.
For a hold, an 8-7.
Simply cannot afford to miss here, can
No.
he? Well done. Hold the throw. Suljovic hanging on in there, but the advantage still with Anderson.
2 away.
34.
Throughout the game, they've maintained an average around 98, 99, 100, and here we are in the 16th leg, and the numbers are still impressive, aren't they?
Very. Especially a match like this, it's got plenty of tension involved. There's plenty of key moments.
58.
53% is very, very good.
It's a big match for both players. Mensah wanting to carry it on and have a crack at Michael van Gerwen. And it could be a landmark day for Kyle Anderson, the first ever major TV semi-final.
60.
Just looked very composed on his own throw.
123.
Difference in prize money as well. 15,000 currently, goes up to 20,000 for a place in the semi-finals. Ultimately 100,000 for the winner later on tonight.
Nice pre-Christmas present, that.
Chris Mason's expense account. Well, 6 darts again for Kyle Anderson. You have to say, Chris, that he's kept his composure beautifully.
The words I was just going to say, his
And
composure in this match has been...
every time a question has been asked, he's answered it emphatically. Very impressive indeed, this, from Kyle Anderson.
You require 40.
Quality performance from a quality player.
Again, an example of composure. Didn't flap.
Now 3 legs to go. Suljovic has got to win the lot.
99.
Buying that 60 bed again.
140.
The level on the tons, 23 each, 13 140s to 11.
41.
Anderson over Suljovic, and then 6 180s to Mensah's 2. And that, you can point towards that as being a reason that Mensah struggled, because the 2 legs that he hit the 180s in, he went on to win, and that was getting him back into the match.
and on the Mensa throw.
96.
Great chance to actually wrap it up in this leg, Anderson. Let's see if he gets a couple more of those.
Wow, fantastic darts. Wow, a dazzler from the
7.
Aussie.
Wasn't lucky about that one. He has to come out now to make sure he leaves a finish. Oh dear.
100.
Full of composure,
Royal Uruguay 150.
full of class.
6 darts there. Suljovic didn't leave himself a finish.
59.
It's okay.
Just wobbling a little.
Yeah, bit of winning line.
What can Mensa do? Are these going to be the last darts that Suljovic throws in this year's European Championship?
44.
The last one was just thrown away.
Kyle Uruguay 56.
Mensa there looked
16
like he'd
tops.
given up the ghost.
Yeah, knows the game's up.
Match dart.
46.
Pressure.
Just
dart.
had a little look there at the scoreboard to see what Mensa wanted.
121.
Lost a bit of
Always
focus.
The hardest double.
Yeah.
The last one.
Still a chance. Needs the ball.
There's heart in mouth time for Kyle.
Kyle Uruguay 10.
2 double 4 or going straight for it. Going straight for it. That's 3 match darts. This is his 4th match dart. And K.Anderson goes through to a major TV semi-final for the first time in his career. What a performance from the Aussie to beat the in-form Mensa Suljovic, last year's European Championship finalist. Mensa is out, and it's K.Anderson who'll take on Michael van Gerwen in the semi-finals.
K.Anderson has reached his first major ranking TV semi-final. The Auckland Masters champion has beaten the Champions League of Darts winner Mensa Suljovic 10-7. Well, the averages of the two players similar at 97 and 96. 7 180s for Kyle, 2 for Mensa, who missed 11 of his 18 darts at double. Kyle missed 12 of his 22, but he's booked his place in tonight's semi-final against Michael van Gerwen. And he's about to have a chat with Dan.
Kyle, fantastic match, very, very good performance into your first ever major semi-final.
Yeah, like I played against Mensa the other week, and I felt like I needed to do some things better, and the scoring was better tonight, and just the big finishes, I think, were the ones that helped me out.
This is turning into one of the biggest weekends of your career. I know there are some people back home watching in the middle of the night in Australia. You were getting text messages, weren't you?
Yeah, Mum and Dad. I sent them a couple of texts during the game. My hands got cold, so I told them what was going on, and yeah, they just said just keep at it and don't worry about it.
You've taken out a major champion in Mensa Suljovic. It is the defending champion up next for you. You have beaten Michael before, but you know it's going to have to take somewhere near your best.
It's a game that I've got to play well. I've got to play well in every game, Dan. I'm not scared of his ability. I know what he can do. I know what I can do. So I've just got to go up, and if I hit doubles like I do and get my shots, and I score like I can, it's going to be a close game, I feel.
Just 2 more wins needed, and you could be a major PDC champion. Do you start thinking about that yet, Kyle?
Not a chance, Dan. I've got 2 more games to go. That's it. I don't think about it until, 2 legs out of the game. That's all it is. I've got to do what I've got to do, get on that board, and play my game and do what I can do and win, and hopefully get over the line.
Congratulations, superb performance today, Kyle.
Thank you.